Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Finance Bible podcast.
Before you get into it, please note that nothing in this podcast should ever be taken as personal financial advice.
And if you are seeking financial advice,
please reach out to us as we can direct you to many individuals in the industry. And welcome back to our Sunday session of the Finance Bible podcast.
The Sunday sesh.
The Sunday session. That should be the new name for them, I think. It's like a Sinaloa Sundays.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh,
Sinaloa,
God.
The old double bay pads.
So good. So good. Anyway, today's a bit of a special day. Well, not really. It's a Sunday. But special being we're back with an informative podcast session, which is going to narrow in on one category. And today, mate, what is it? Introduce it.
It's what to do if you are bad debt free.
And bad debt free, please explain.
Free of bad debt. Bad debt being credit cards, home loans to an extent, car loans, Zip Pay, Afterpay, PayPal Pay in 4. The list goes on.
Now, Apple Pay is doing the buy now, pay later too.
Apple have gone ahead and sunk their toes into the old water.
Yeah, the toes are now a bit wet in the water there.
Speaking of water, before we get on to point number one.
I'm keen to see where you're going with water. I actually don't know where you're going with this.
I'm genuinely just talking about the actual weather.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Yesterday and today, we've received enough rain to pretty much relieve all droughts in the world.
Yeah, well, here in Sydney specifically, we went for a run yesterday and we probably couldn't have picked a worse time to leave the house because as soon as we left 5 minutes into the run, it was literally just bucketing down and we were just drenched.
We were almost drowning while we ran. But anyway, that's a weather update.
We're not a fitness podcast, but maybe one day.
Step one. What should you do if you're already bad debt free?
Remain debt free, bad debt free, that is. So... you do all the hard work by trying to pay off your debt and get to a position where you look at your bank statement and you're happy. You look to yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say to yourself, "I did it. I'm debt free." Calculating
your net worth, you don't have to figure out what you've got and then subtract $500,000. You just go, "What I've got is what I've got."
Exactly right. And the main thing is you want to stay like that. So don't go, buying a $200,000 car, taking out a car loan as soon as you become debt free. If you want to, you can, but make a pact with yourself to try and avoid getting into bad debt. Some bad debt here and there is fine as long as you know you can pay it off. For example, using a credit card, because right now you're waiting for yourself to get paid and you'll be able to pay it back in 2 months, which is fine. But make sure you stay out of that debt.
Once you're out of that debt, you're staying out of that debt. We've talked about it before. We've done an episode specifically on it. The rainy day fund.
That's vital. It actually is vital.
Especially if you are in a position where you might have that credit card in case your pay hasn't come in yet. You need a rainy day fund. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know. And I think the rule of thumb is at least 3 months worth of expenses and groceries, bills, petrol, or if you drive an electric vehicle, don't worry about that. But at least 3 months of expenses that if anything did happen, you're okay. And because this debt is out of your life, now you actually are able to focus on building that up a lot quicker than you would have been in the past. And especially if COVID 6.0 happens again, you never know.
6.0, we're that far along, are we?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or influenza 3.0, or there's that other disease that's now here.
The monkey...
There is a monkey one. No, there's one. It's not really new, but it's ravaging the childcare centres around Australia at the moment. Something feet, hands, and something. I don't know.
I honestly don't know what you've been Googling.
No Googling. Just clients telling me about their sick children. Friends and family telling me about their sick children. It's something to do with your hands and feet.
Yeah, right. Well, if anyone knows it out there, please help Zeke out because I don't think he understands what's going on.
All I know is that we're going downhill. There's that many illnesses going on that we're dealing with at once now. And
yeah, actually is.
I mean, it's bound to happen when you get locked up and everyone hand sanitizes and wears masks for a couple of years, and then all of a sudden stop. Like all the bacteria and viruses.
I still sanitize my hands in the gym.
Yeah, at the gym, but that's a bit different.
Well, everyday life.
Yeah.
At work, a little bit of a squeezer.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's the next one?
Basically, you want to determine your goals, which is as simple as figuring out what you want as goals financially. If you want a house, start planning for that. If you're setting up a foundation for a house, start planning that. If you want a car, plan that.
If you're wanting to start a family, put some money aside for the costs involved with that.
When you're setting your goals, things you need to take into account are, first of all, your personal kind of things, like your home, your travel, your car, all of that kind of stuff. Your family, your health and fitness, starting a business, wealth and lifestyle.
Work-life balance.
Work-life balance.
That's a big one.
It is a big one.
We love more of a balance towards the life, the life side.
I think everyone does. But once you've got all of that sorted and you figured out your personal world, it's time to get your investment foundation. So it could be investment property 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Or even just shares. Start dollar cost averaging into the stock market. Cryptocurrencies.
Great time to dollar cost average.
Yeah, whatever it may be. And if you are in the position that you're not that educated, or you don't really trust yourself in investing your own funds, that's where financial advisors can come in and actually advise you personally with your risk profile and figure out what is the best investment options for you, just to eliminate the stress on your side. Because that's literally what a lot of clients come to Zeke and myself and our firm for that reason, and we guide them in the right direction and help them put them in a place that they're pretty comfortable with.
Once you've got your foundation of your personal life, a little bit of investment going on, depending on your age, it's probably a good time to start thinking about dipping some into the super fund as well.
Yeah, well, the super's it's an interesting conversation because a lot of people, like we see, especially self-employed, don't contribute to their fund, which down the track, when you are getting to the pointy end of your working life, aka 60, comes back and bites you. So if you're younger and you are listening to this, just make sure you regularly contribute to your super fund if you are self-employed. If you're not self-employed, your employer, I'm sure, is contributing to your fund, so that's okay. But yeah, when you are a bit older and you have a balance, you can actually look at using a portion of your balance to invest and actually get an investment portfolio in your fund, which isn't a big known factor.
Once you've done all of that, it's important to do a few simple things. Spend a bit, save a bit, invest a bit, and give a bit.
Yeah, literally. So, because we always talk about kind of building up and saving and investing, but at the end of the day, there's no point of making money if you can't have fun with it. So yeah, spend on things that make you happy. But yeah, giving, mate, you're a giver.
I am definitely a giver.
You share. You're a generous sharer.
I'm extremely generous. I love giving.
You do. Give us an example of what you've given recently.
If we're talking strictly financially related, we're going down the path of obvious things: charity, donations.
Yeah, and charity wise, Dry July at the moment. That's a big one. We're actually partaking in that this month.
It's already challenging.
Yeah, you had dinner last night. Saw the drink menu. You had bloody withdrawals.
Oh, it's difficult. No. It's very difficult. We're on day. We started a bit early. We started around the 25th of June because I'm going to New Zealand towards the end of July, and we all know what's going to happen there. We started early. I'm doing an extra few days to make up for it. But yeah, Dry July for people with cancer. This month, we'll be donating to that and obviously doing the actual challenge associated. Last month, Push for Better, challenge. The suicide, mental health kind of thing.
Push-ups. I think it was like 3,500 push-ups.
Yeah, I think it was 3,139 because that's how many people actually committed suicide last year in Australia.
Yeah, right.
So, really big number of people. Great cause, get around it. We donated. We did the challenge.
And there's a lot of activities like that just come around, but that's a good example of giving, which when you are debt free is a big thing, and it's a good opportunity to do.
Coming up in August, one of my personal favourites is Homelessness Prevention Week.
When's that? Start of August, I think.
Yeah, it's generally the first week of August. So you get in there and you look at helping raise awareness and preventing the homeless from being homeless. There's over 105,000 people in Australia that are currently homeless, so it's a pretty big thing.
Yeah, literally the size of the MCG. So that's a good example. But there's many out there. Just get on Google if any cause you actually personally feel attachment to, like Fight for MMD the other month, which was awesome in the AFL community with those blue beanies going around.
Yeah, they're doing the beanie round in NRL this week, the Brain Cancer Beanie, Mark Hughes Foundation.
Oh, well, there you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think every sport has a unique connection there. So that's one factor. But yeah, if you're debt free, there's a lot of things you can do. Give back to family, give back to friends, and just like Zeke said in conclusion, build up that investment foundation and really figure out your goals and how you can get to those goals now, seeing the bad debt is out of your life, and really secure your financial freedom and also your family's financial freedom if you do have a family.
Yeah, once you get to that point where you've been debt-free, you've had the chance to build up a portfolio and a foundation and get yourself cemented where you need to be. You've gone on holidays, you've had your fun, you spent, you bought some a wardrobe full of Ralph Lauren or whatever it is.
You love Ralph Lauren.
Then you can go ahead and start donating and giving back to society. That's all today, short and sharp, just for anyone out there who's debt-free, basically wondering what they should be doing. Those simple things are a pretty good place to start. From there, there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can expand on that. If you want more in detail, let us know. We'll do it.
Yeah, reach out to us. Always here to answer any questions as we have in the past. Well, thanks for joining, and we'll catch you all next episode.